Hi there, Michael. Happy 31st birthday to you. We wish you a happy birthday. We wish you a happy birthday. You say fun 31st birthday message from Sly Cooper. I'm a longtime fan of the series, and I even covered it a few times on my YouTube channel, McCrew Dude. Is it M Crew Dude or McRoo Dude? Probably M Crew Dude. What is your favorite part of the series, and are there any fun behind the scenes stories? Favorite part of the series? That's an interesting and abstract question. I don't know if you mean favorite part of the games, favorite part of recording the games, favorite part of the lore within the franchise. And favorite is also a really tough word, right? Because it's like asking somebody their favorite movie or their favorite video game, because then you feel like no matter what answer you give, all the other things that aren't your favorite are going to be cast off into the bottom of the sea, never to be seen again. And of course, I don't think you that's what you mean. So, favorite part of the series, I really, from the moment I met Sly Cooper, before I was cast as it, the moment I saw the material and got to see some. I think I either saw some early gameplay or um, some of the illustrations, and of course there were a couple of characters that didn't make it into the first game that were originally cast and stuff because of technology issues. Um, what I loved about it and their inspiration that they came back to constantly throughout the entire series is the fact that it was meant to be a Saturday morning cartoon. Now, Saturday morning cartoons are not a thing anymore. I think they evaporated somewhere in the 2000s, but they were started in like the early 80s, like the legitimate Saturday morning cartoons. There have always been Saturday morning material for kids, but like this primetime animation block is an early 80s thing that happened throughout my entire childhood. And the fact that, like in Sly 2, it's when you hit pause, it says, "We'll be right back," like, we'll be back after these messages. It always felt so right to me. And the characters, the world, everything about it felt like some cartoon show that I had forgotten about and was just loving instead of watching it passively on my TV screen, my CRT 4:3 TV screen, no doubt, standard def. I was somehow stepping into it and getting to be in this cartoon show. To the fact that, the second game lists all of the episodes as episodes. A lot of games call their worlds or their levels episodes. Um, but it's so appropriate to the Sly 2 game and Sly 3 and Sly 4 because they really are episodes to a story, like full on beginning, middle, and end, monologue, action, and then monologue to wrap it up, plus with all the cutscenes. Yeah, so I think that's one of the great parts about being in the Sly franchise and why it speaks so much to me is its accessibility and how familiar it is to the Saturday morning cartoon culture that I loved so very much. So thank you. I don't know if I've ever vocalized that before, so I appreciate that question. Some fun behind the scenes stories. Well, immediately when I think of that question, I'm reminded that when we recorded, I think it was Sly 2, we did a behind the scenes thing, and that's super rare, right? To make a little video about the making of a game and use that. It was initially intended to help sell the game to um, what are they called? Commercial outlets. So like you would go to at the time like B&N Games or um, GameStop, and you would send them this video of the making of Sly Cooper and get the purchasers excited about purchasing the game and to add it to their catalog. That was something that Sony was doing at the time. They didn't do it after that, but it was something they did for Sly 2. And of course, if you're not familiar with this scene, which you probably are if you're a hardcore fan, there's something you can do in Sly 2 on one of the episode menus where you can unlock this live video. And it has all that stuff at the back half of it that shows the artists and the designers and the developers, but the front part of it is us as voice actors talking about it. And I actually open up the thing by greeting everybody on the streets of Seattle and talking about Sly, and they just asked me that question. We had no marketing experience. We didn't do anything to prepare for it. We had done the first game. I think we were halfway through recording the second game. Might have been towards a little closer to the end, and they just pointed a camera at me and said, "Talk about Sly Cooper." And so, what's fun is that I could have gotten it wrong. I could have said something stupid, or not been a super informed person, or not be savvy in that way. And they just been like, "Great, that's on the cutting room floor." But instead, for that to be chosen to not only make the video, but be how the movie opens is pretty great. And words I'll never live down is that Sly Cooper just has a sexy voice, just like I'm not that guy that talks about his sexy voice. And so it was funny that that's what came out of my mouth, and those words live on for infamy. And you can enjoy it now, available on YouTube, or my rendition of it right now. All right. Well, happy birthday to you, Michael. I hope you get 31 flavors of ice cream for my 31st birthday. I wanted to go to Baskin Robbins and order 31 scoops of ice cream and have them serve them to me all at once with 30 of my friends, so we could have a 31 flavors scoop Sunday. So maybe you can do that for your 31st birthday. And it might be sacrilege in our Sony friends, but for my 30th birthday, I threw myself an Xbox 360 because at 30, you turn 360 months old. So I encouraged everybody to give me $5, and I was able to pull enough money together to buy an Xbox 360. So now, of course, I could probably buy an Xbox 360 for $3.60 because the Red Ring of Death has taken over all of those consoles. So may your 31st birthday be free of the Red Ring of Death. May you enjoy Sly Cooper Gaming. And thanks so much. Happy birthday.